Hello everyone, this is Phreak, and this is an audio commentary for WCReplays.com. I was going to say addicts there, don't know why. Anyway, what up? This is Orc versus Night Elf, and it's actually myself playing rather than someone else. So I'm not playing human quite so much anymore. As you can see, this is myself versus everyone's favorite Night Elf noob, Mr.Cygnus. The second is Cecil, or first Cecil, who cares, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this is Orc versus Night Elf, and he knows I'm Orc, I know he's Night Elf, and the map we both know is Nullwood. And if you're in the chat, we both know that there is a fountain of mana in the middle, rather than a fountain of health. Doesn't really have much bearing on the game, but there you go. So we're getting this to the 15-second mark at the 1x speed, from my point of view, so all you really have to do is press the pause key, and, well, you're right there. Because I hosted, and Gosu, GG. For keeping the fog of war on, etc. LOL. Alright. Gosu. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this unpaused, and I'll go on to the Orc versus Night Elf matchup and all that good fun crap and etc. So, I'm loading up Warcraft 3 now. Actually, I just unminimizing it. I already have it paused. And let's go ahead and get this unpaused in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, go. Okay, so alter under construction. My sound's on. Now it's off. Making the burrow, etc. This is the important part of the game, so I'll have to say. So what you're going to do in Orc vs. Night Elf is there's two things. There's the Grunt build, and then there's the Wyvern build. And both of them can, differ from there. But I actually choose to do a Wyvern build and then bring in Grunts. So I do this kind of random, as I said, adapting kind of thing that you should do when you're playing always. So you see I'm making the War Mill because I'm Gosu. It's like GG, LOL, Rafflemau, etc. I'm too busty throwing crap around my room. Okay, so I'll be doing the tech build first, and then moving on afterwards to doing some Gosu crap, such as not getting any really high tier units, but it's cool anyway. So I am just mining wood right now. So with the Wyvern build, you want a Farseer Harass, and you want your Farseer Harass to be very good. You want to make sure that you knock out quite a few wisps. You hurt his wood. It'll hurt his tech a bit. It'll, hurt his chance to get dots quite as quickly. It's just overall useful to do that. So you're going to see I'm going to harass a little bit and try to go for some Gosu-ness via, denying tech. And you're going to see that I come across units that make me change my strat. So, yeah. So I'm mining wood. I'm really chopping it. I don't think you can actually mine wood. I think there's like wood mines in the world, but whatever.
Work complete.
Okay. So the Farseer is about to come out. Here we go. Oh, Farseer comes out. Oh my gosh. And the stronghold is underway. As you see, I'm doing the tech build, as I've said multiple times. So, yes. Farseer is looking around for where he is. You're going to see that I'm going to run towards the middle of the map with my Seer, while the wolves go and look around the map. You want to summon the wolves as soon as possible, because you're going to start regenerating mana and lowering the cooldown as it goes through. So you should generally know, just summon them as soon as you can. Usually there won't be a wisp right next to you as you summon them, so you should be okay. Now I saw that the wisp came from sort of from the top, so I figured he was actually probably towards an upper position. And, I figured, he wouldn't scout quite so early to come around clockwise all that distance, so I figured, he's probably right here. And guess what? Here's a wisp. So I'm like, hey, die, wisp, you newbie wisp, oh my god, hacks. So he's coming with his demon hunter to come attack me, and I already have a burrow and a watchtower coming up, so he knows that he can't quite kill them really that quickly. So, yeah. There's a wolves timeout, and I'm like, oh, look, a wisp. And here, watch how I screw this one up. Guess what? Summon the wolves right next to the wisp. Okay, crap, run. And I'm lucky that he doesn't blow it up. So, the wisp's low hit points, whatever. And so I'm going to split up my wolves a little bit. Try to get some Gosu-ness going on. So I run away. Wait, actually, no, watch this. I run away while using my wolves to harass the wisps. So, the Farseer is running back to my base, and the wolves are going to get owned by archers. T_T. It sucks, I know. So then I turn my Farseer around to go harass some more. I figured, I'm probably in good shape in harassing. So I run the wolf back so he doesn't get any EXP, or free EXP from it. His demon hunter comes in, I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm already running away, because there's too many archers. So I'm like, crap, he's got archers. So I make a barracks. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to go Wyvern when he's already going archers. and he's probably also going to attack me, and he can probably overwhelm my tower, and I'm just gonna go do this kind of hacks. So
We're under attack.
that's what I'm doing. Whew, bit too fresh. Alright, so I'm creeping right now. I'm creeping with wolves. I figure, I can't harass very well, so, I'm just gonna own him with my, I'm just gonna creep, pretty much, is what I'm saying. So, the creeps are dying, and I'm being Gosu, as usual. And so his Demon Hunter comes in, and I'm hitting him with my tower, so he's like, oh, darn it, you Haxor. So I'm starting to make some grunts. I'm getting my Tauren Chieftain. Both very good things to get versus Night Elf. So right here, I weaken the Null Brute, and I'm going to use my wolves to go actually creep right here. So I figure, I want to get the item right here, right now, so I pick that up, get the Manual of Health, and I'm setting my wolves over towards the bottom to get a head start in creeping. Now, I don't know why I didn't creep right outside my base, but, that's just me for you. I'm retarded. But I still get the Bestiary because I figure, I can't just dual racks, and there's no way I'm going to do very well with casters, so, that's no thanks. So as you notice, getting this barracks right now is going to save me because he's owning my watchtower. And this is like, well, crap. So the watchtower dies like a noob. I lose a peon, going into the burrow, and he's like running off right now. So I'm using the grunt, focused on an archer. Unfortunately, he's going to take a lot of damage, as you can see this right here. He's already down by half of his health, so I'm running off. Tauren Chieftain comes in. I summon the wolves. And right now I'm saying, I can focus these archers. I'm in good shape. I could beat him. So, I come in here. I see the archer unshadow mode, so I'm going to go ahead and fight and then watch this shockwave. Oh, never mind, just kidding. I killed her anyway. So I'm going to just shockwave these two. Because I'm going to run out of mana as it is. So I might as well at least hit some units. Lowers his moon juice, whatever, whatever I'm going to do. There are a couple of injured archers that I can't quite reach, though. So I'm trying to come after it. Can't really get there. So that's like T_T right there. So I just turn around, hit his DH a little bit, get it pretty low, make him eat some more moon juice. And, I'm just running off now. So whatever. I'm still in pretty good shape, though. Because he's, killed one peon and a tower. I've killed an archer and a wisp. It's not bad. That's fair. Because also I've crept a little bit, gotten some items in EXP and gold, so I feel in pretty good shape. Now I see that my hero's pretty close to level 2, so I'm going to try to get him to level 2 while my Tauren Chieftain kind of sits back and doesn't get EXP. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to run the TC in here now that I've gotten level 2 and pick up the Tome of Agility so that he's slightly more Gosu. One thing that I do for the item micro kind of thing, always get strength on strength heroes, agility on agility heroes, and intel on intel heroes. Because you never know when the extra damage is going to be useful. Why do you think people get upgrades in the first place? It's because they're either deal more damage or they're more resistant to damage. And so adding +1 damage, I mean, look, the TC has 30-something average. Okay, you add 1, that's another 3%. It's not big, but it's something at least. I mean, it's useful. Just do it. Of course, 15 mana on an MK could be useful, but it's not like the mana is worthless on the Archmage either. It's still, useful to get. So that's something to think about, is that I usually just do that. And then when there's no hero of that type, I will always get, I will always raise the stat that I have the lowest on a hero. So for instance, the Tauren Chieftain has no agility compared to the Farseer. So I get the agility tome on the Tauren Chieftain. And then if I get a sort of a Tome of Health or a Manual of Health, I will get that on my weakest intel hero, so that I can balance out their stats. Like getting +1 damage on something that deals 7,000 damage doesn't do much. Attacking 1 more time per second on something that attacks 700 times per second doesn't do much. However, if you increase 1 attack per second on someone who does 7,000 damage, that's pretty useful. So I mean, increasing the little stats are the most useful. Also, generally just always get agility on your melee heroes so that they get some armor. So here we have a fight. I have grunts and archers, or grunts and raiders against the archers. So I kill one, I use Chain Lightning Shockwave, and he has to run away. He used Entangle, whatever. I almost lost a grunt there. That would have been bad for me. But he sees that I have too much damage for him, especially with the AoE, and he has to TP out. So really, I had just too much damage potential for him to handle. So that's what was going on there. So I just Chain Lightning Shockwave, summon wolves, ensnare what I can, and I got 1 archer kill from it. Almost lost a grunt though. So I'm running the grunt away because I'm too far away from the ability to get salves to be able to heal him up. So I'm just going to go ahead and run towards his base, figuring that it's daybreak. He might not have any more Moonwell juice, so I might be able to attack him. But these creeps leap at me, so I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just creep him. I don't want to take the damage just for nothing, so I'm actually going to go and finish these creeps. And I get agility +3 on the TC. However, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to grab it. because I wasn't really thinking a lot. Like, just grab the item as quickly as I can. So it's whatever. So I have +3 agility on my Farseer. Oh darn. Whatever. So, nothing special going on just yet. I am making Grunt Raider, and I'm sending a peon off to this expansion down here so I can expo. Because I want to expand. Because I'm like, you know what? Eventually his heroes are going to level up. Entangle's going to be a complete little whore. Eventually Grunts are going to have to succumb to getting Tauren. And Tauren are really weak to, what's it called? They're really weak to Entangle. So I'm just like, I'm going to have to get more units eventually so I can overpower the Entangling roots. And it'll give me more money to get items, specifically mana potions against the DH. And you just really need to be able to overwhelm Night Elf because they're good at, when it's an equal fight, they're good at being able to knock out stuff because they have hide and they have stuff like Entangling Roots and Mana Burn that can, win a straight fight for him. But when I can just overwhelm him and use AoE on whatever few units he has, it's going to be just an easy win for me, even if he has Entangle, Cyclone, whatever. So here we go, I'm going to creep, and there's not quite enough room to make the Town Hall. As you can see, I am clicking my peon and trying to build stuff, and then I'm like, well, darn it, you can't build there. Well, that's hacks. So I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to build a watchtower then. And by the time I finish creeping, the watchtower will be mostly done, and then I can start building the Town Hall right away. So whatever. You see, I pull back the injured grunts, and then I salve them right away, so that in case I am attacked pretty soon, at least they'll be partially healed. So you see I run back another injured grunt pretty soon, and I'm going to salve him too. So eventually he gets back there, and now I press salve. And also you want to split up the damage so that they're at 400, roughly at 400 HP, so one salve charge puts them back to full. I mean, if you have one hit point grunt, or two 400 HP grunts, it's going to take a long time to put that 1 HP up to 800. Or you just use 2 salves and you have 2 full hit point grunts. So, also it reduces the random chance of someone just randomly dying, just by getting hit by, say, a critter. Right. So it's always good to split up the damage, even when creeping. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Alright, anyway. So I'm running in here and I'm getting... The creeps are so aggro right here. Check that out. He shoots at max range to go hit my grunt, which is insane. But whatever, I'm just going in here and creeping. Some of the wolves that they tank. And then you're going to see something that happens right here. Whenever you have the chance, go look for an expansion. Because, I finished creeping, and that wolf's kind of on low HP, so I know I'm going to resummon when a battle comes in. I'm just like, you know what? Send this wolf, look for an expansion. So watch. Get ready. Are you all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So I'm picking up some healing scrolls because I have the money. As you can see, I have plenty of cash. I'm like, you know what? I can get a healing scroll. It's cool. And so I split them up onto both my heroes, and this wolf will come on to looking for his expansion. I see the creeps are crept right there, and so I'm like, hey, check for a tree. And guess what? I see it. So there's creeps crept, that means he probably expanded. Usually when people creep a gold mine, it's for an expansion. People usually are just afraid of creeping gold mines. I don't know why. They just don't creep gold mines that often. Unless they're actually thinking of expanding. So I was like, he's probably expanded right there. And anytime you see a Night Elf creep an expansion, check for a tree or a wisp, because it's probably going to be there. So he detonates, kills the wolf. I'm like, T_T. And I just got minimized because I'm Gosu like that. Alright, let's see. I'm at 12:15 right now. And counting up per second. Okay, so kill the expo anytime there's a Night Elf. Doing that kind of hacks, creeping an expansion. He's probably going to put one up there. So look for the wisp, or for the tree at least, or for both, and then go ponage it. So right here, I'm sending my wolves to go creep because I'm going to resummon, like I said, as it is. And my TC is very close to level 3, and I get lucky here, and I see 2 units running away. So I'm like, sweet. So the wolves are owning some creeps. Let's see if the Null Brute loses to the wolf. We're going to find out right here. 31 HP, 16, 17. Oh, and I resummon already. Darn, that was close. I almost got the kill. That was crazy. Alright, so here we go. If I use the Roar Scroll and use protection, so I'm like, oh crap, I'm just going to run away. Because I want to just let those buffs go away. Because, he could have sold the Roar for 200 gold, and he bought the protection for 175. So that's like a lot of money he just spent. But you know what? I see that he's got Cyclone, he's got Entangle. I'm like, alright, I'm turning around. Also, I see the DH sticking out, so I focus him down. However, I see, oh crap, he's got invincibility, so I already run off. I'm like, holy crap, Cyclone. So I've got everything now cycloned up, so I've just got about 2 units sticking out. He uses the healing scroll. I use some lightning shield, though, realizing that, I could deal some damage that way. And so lightning shield's going off. You're going to see it just kills 2 archers, watch. Down goes the archers, and I'm about to kill another one. As you can see, the lightning shield is dealing damage to the 3rd one. Chain lightning goes off, hurts him a lot more, and another archer dies to the lightning shield. I got 3 kills from lightning shield, from 1 lightning shield, 1 charge. Bam, and I go out, realizing that my Farseer is low, my TC is getting focused as well. And so I managed to save 1 grunt at 34 HP, and You know, so if you use the alt key, you probably could have knocked that out instead of hurting a raider or a grunt a little bit more. So, whatever. Still, you know, that was a lot of focus that was split off. As you can see, there's a lot of injured units, and a few that are close to death but aren't. So that's something to think about. That you could have focus fired, but no. You know, so I'm salving up right now because I realized that well, I need it. So I'm salving up everything, etc. Healing up this raider, healing up the grunt, healing up my 2 heroes, and using clarities on them so that they have more mana to own that noob or something. Okay, so my expansion has now come online. As you can see, I am now mining gold from it and being generally Gosu. LOL. XD, Rafamo. So right here, I add up another peon, because you can see there was a slight delay between 2 peons right there. So I'm like, hey, you know, I don't want to get screwed up like that. However, now it's actually 5 mining, but before then they were slightly off, so I built a couple of peons just in case. And also figured that I probably need some more wood, since I'm mining 20 gold a second. I'll probably need just a little bit more wood income to match that, and so I can continue to upgrade and build crap. So I get a Kodo Beast, and then I realize, you know what, no, I'm not going to do that. So I cancel the Kodo, because I want a 3rd hero. And so, because I want some extra AoE prowess. So I canceled the Kodo, and now I'm getting a Panda. And for the Panda, I get Breath of Fire first. I could have gotten Drunken Haze, obviously, or I could have gotten the passive, but that was stupid. But because I already realized that I have quite good area of effect. I mean, if you think about it, dealing 50 damage to a knight at full hit points does nothing. You do 50 damage to a knight that has 40 HP, it's a kill. And so I'm figuring, you know what? All those units are going to be so injured from the AoE as it is, I bet you I could take him out with that Breath of Fire. I mean, missing doesn't matter if you're dead, because then you're not attacking at all. So, you know, I'm just going to go to kill him quickly, and maybe even overwhelm the scrolls of healing. Like, maybe I can actually kill stuff before the whole scroll of healing goes off. That'd be even nicer. So pretty much try AoE can just kill an archer straight up. 85 damage for lightning, 135 for shockwave, and like 70 something for the Breath of Fire. That's definitely, I don't think it actually adds up to 300, but considering that it'll hit about 8-12 units, everything's going to be close to death, so I'll be able to own them, like, coolness, so that's all, it's okay. Anyway, so I'm at the fountain now, and I'm just, regenerating, not really any mana. My Farser's not even onto the fountain, because I'm retarded. There we go, we're moving the fountain now. I was kind of going to the middle of the map just for some map control, and just I summoned the wolves to look for an expo. Well, guess what? Look, an entangled gold mine that he just put in. I didn't click the gold mine, but I do see a wisp coming in, so I know that he just got it started. So I'm like, sweet. He's gotten, 80 gold out of it now? Like, when you see a wisp coming into a mine, then you know it's like, it's to punish things. What I meant to say was that when you see a wisp coming into a mine, that means he just put it up, and so it'll be an easy kill if you go after it. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm owning that mine. Now I see he's got an archer sticking out, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to kill it. Sure, I can kill the expansion a little bit faster, but you know what? An archer, that's EXP, and it's gold. And getting the expansion for another 3 seconds, that's not 120 gold, sorry, 130 gold. It's even a little bit of wood and whatnot, and it's really, the EXP is really useful. So I have a hunter out now, and I'm just like, you know, I've got raiders, I can kill your Tree of Life. So guess what? Die. So, the Tree of Life dies, and guess what? Shockwave. No, I don't use shockwave, just kidding. I'm just going to go and kill them with normal attacks. So he runs into the trees back there, and he's going to realize, wait, you know what? I'm going to run into those trees up there, because they're harder to get into. And so, look what he's doing. He's running into the hard-to-get-into trees. So you see that I'm making shaman, I'm making headhunters, because I saw the chimps, and I'm also making bats. So I'm like, okay, I know I have to have something that can counter chimps very well. And I realize, oh no, I don't have a TP. Darn it. So I'm running very quickly trying to get myself away from here. And so, if he used some Cyclone right here, I would be dead. And guess what? He used Cyclone. So I'm like, god damn it. But guess what? Oh, he didn't surround. So I used some Shockwave and some Chain Lightning. I'm like, oh sweet, the Keep of the Grove. Keep of the Grove is sticking out there. Guess what? I have Entangle, or Ensnare. Down goes the Keeper. And I notice he's got a whole mess load of injured archers. I'm like, you know what? I could take you on. Let's go, biatch. He uses the Protection and the Healing Scroll. I see my Farseer has to run away, because he's pretty low on hit points. So I Chain Lightning, and I start running. So I managed to knock out his entire ground-based army, just like, oh sweet, they're sticking out, bam! Like, don't just be committed to, okay, I'm gonna leave because he has chimps. I knew that I didn't have any anti-air, and I was like, alright, by the way, Raider Grunts, do not counter chimps, don't try it. Just FYI. So I was like, you know, I need something that can take it. So, you know, that's why I started making all these bats, because I have 3 bats, and I'm like, you know what, I can take you on, let's go, biatch. So I've got Chain Lightning goes off, bam, 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 kill one, and look at all these. 28 and 44 HP. I'm like, oh sweet. And then, never mind, I can't reach him. because they're way too far away. I'm like, oh, go. Never mind. Damn. So, yeah, so close. Because I did use the bracket keys. I use square brackets instead of alt, because that way I don't like alt-click or alt-tab or anything randomly horrible like that. So I use the little bracket keys. Unfortunately, they're close to enter, so I usually screw that up quite a lot, but it's better than alt-tabbing. At least you can mouse click there, and you can press enter. It doesn't take, like, lag to go in and out. So what I was saying is that, I saw that they were all red. I was like, okay, I'm going to try to chain lightning and get just 2 chim kills right there and level up my TC. Fortunately, it didn't work. But, unfortunately, yeah. So, I was like, oh darn. But you notice that I transferred off the +3 agility to the Torrent Chieftain. See, I'm Gosu. And you notice I have 2 Orbs of Lightning now. I have, well, no, I just have 1 Orb of Lightning. Just kidding. I have the Orb of Lightning on my Farseer. So I'm like, alright. Well, because I wanted the Orb, I mean, not really for the damage, but the Purge is helpful. I did manage to purge, I think, the Keeper, actually, in that fight. I don't know for certain, but it might have happened. But right now I'm figuring, I have an expansion and he doesn't. So even if I lose a fight, I can come back and win again. I'm just like, alright, I think I have the army to fight him, because I just mauled all those chims. He's probably out of moon juice, because healing 1,300 hit point chims is kind of hard. Even if he had the super moon juice, it would take 4 full moon wells to heal up those 2 chims. And that's kind of hard. Because that means he can't heal the rest of his army. He's probably drained. And also, since it was daybreak that entire time, and now it's nightfall, he's just now starting to heal him. And so I'm like, okay, I can go and take him out. So I get myself some healing scrolls. As you can see, I have them on both my melee heroes. So I got the Orb of Lightning on the Panda. Not on the Torrent Chieftain. He's kind of full on items, I guess. It'd probably be better actually get it on, because he had more attack speed and more damage. He attacks it very fast. Panda only at average. So it would have been smarter to get on the TC, but, what can you do? It's total imbalance. So I'm focusing the Ancient of Wind, just getting it out there, because it's a little bit of a tower. I don't want to stick it out. So I'm like, okay, here's his army. Go, 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 go. So I Chain Lightning. Actually, no, I get a little bit of Purge. Bat Riders go. Bam, blow up. And now I use Chain Lightning. Breath. I do have Drunken Haze now, so Drunken Haze. Breath of Fire. Look at all those guys are on fire right now, so I'm just, running through them now. So he's just losing everything to the massive AoE. Heals up the Chim at the Moonwell. Doesn't matter. DH is kind of invincible. Don't care. Down goes the Chim. It's the Purge Orb. Yep, that's a kill. I'm about to lose it right now, because apparently you can't spell lose correctly. And the DH dies. Oh my god. Alright, so Panda up to level 3, and he leaves the game. Alright, so this was the show match between myself and Mr.Cygnus. This was game 4. It went human. Sorry, it went random, which was human. Then Night Elf, then Undead, then Orc. And then picking human. So, my resolve, I don't know if it was the night before or earlier that day that we played, I actually decided, I'm going to play with every single race, including random. And when I pick random, I'm going to, I'm going to get one of the races. And then, when you click for your race, it's like random human, orc, undead, night elf. And so I was like, alright, I'm going to get the random, and then whichever race I actually get, I'm just going to go in reverse order from there. So, since I got human, I went from the bottom up. If I had gotten orc, I would have chosen the race after orc, and then went through it like that. Or maybe it goes, but anyway, I just went down the list, one right after my race. The race that I random to. And just so I'd play with every race, and that was fun. So, this was game 4, and I knew I had the series, whatever. But I was like, I'm going to play, and I'm going to win. I want to go for the whole, 5 wins. Game 5 was just some random BS game. Probably could have won if I actually did a normal strat, but I Arcane Tower rushed. It was interesting. Anyway, so, signing out. So goodbye, LOL.